love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find.
Hello guys, back again with the Raccoon Channel. For those of you who like to play car games, but are bored with the same games, you should try playing car battles with guns, rockets, and of course with cool graphics. If you are still confused, don't worry. In this video, I will help provide the right recommendations for you. Top 8 vehicular combat games. But before we get to the main topic, don't forget to click the subscribe button and also the bell button so you can always get updated information about games from us. CATSE Crash Arena Turbo Stars could be a portable diversion created by Zeptolab. Within the amusement, players construct and customize their possessed fight robots, which they at that point utilize to compete against other players' robots in real-time fights. The diversion includes key arranging and plan, as players must select which parts and weapons to utilize on their robots and how to arrange them for ideal execution. As they advance through the amusement, players open unused parts and capacities that permit them to make strides their robots and climb the rankings. CATS has picked up ubiquity for its engaging gameplay, colorful illustrations, and social highlights that permit players to put through and compete with companions and other players around the world. Crash of Cars could be a portable diversion created by Not Doppler, which was discharged in 2017. It could be a multiplayer car fight diversion where players drive around in different vehicles and attempt to gather as numerous crowns as conceivable, whereas moreover wrecking other players' cars. The amusement has over 70 cars to open and customize, as well as different maps in it. In Crash of Cars, players can compete in different modes such as Group Deathmatch, Ruler of the Slope, and Capture the Hail. The Diversion 2 highlights power-ups that can be collected to upgrade the player's car, such as shields, rockets, and speed boosts. Players can moreover gain coins and pearls through gameplay, which can be utilized to open used cars and overall exist. The game has gotten positive audits for its fast-paced gameplay, easy-to-learn controls, and fun illustrations. It is accessible at no cost on both iOS and Android gadgets, with discretionary in-app rebuys.
It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like...
Crossout Mobile could be a free-to-play post-apocalyptic PvP activity diversion created by Targem Diversions and distributed by Gaijin Amusement for iOS and Android gadgets. The amusement is set in a world crushed by a worldwide catastrophe, where players must construct and customize their possessed combat vehicles and strongly pep combat. Players can select from an assortment of vehicle parts, including frames, wheels, weapons, armor, and more, to form an interesting vehicle that suits their playstyle. There are different diversion modes, counting PvP fights, Clan Wars, and PvP fights, Clan Wars, and PvP missions, where players can test their aptitudes against other players or AI foe. Crossout Mobile 2 highlights a strong creating framework, permitting players to make modern parts and weapons for their vehicles. The Diversion 2 contains a commercial center where players can purchase and offer things with other players. Shooter could be a well-known online game that combines hustling and shooting components. Within the diversion, players take control of an intensely outfitted vehicle and race through post-apocalyptic scenes, whereas battling off swarms of adversaries. The amusement highlights an assortment of levels, each with its claimed set of challenges and adversaries. As players advance through the levels, they can update their vehicle's weapons and armor, permitting them to require on progressively troublesome challenges. In expansion to the most campaign, Dead Paradise Car Race Shooter 2 incorporates a number of other diversion modes, counting survival mode, where players must fight off perpetual waves of adversaries, and multiplayer mode, where players can compete against each other in real-time races and fights.
When I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe it.
Metal Madness PvP Car Shooter may be a free-to-play multiplayer activity diversion created and distributed by Jeet Company. The amusement is accessible on both Android and iOS stages. In Metal Madness, players control customizable vehicles prepared with different weapons and engage in fast-paced fights with other players in numerous fields. The amusement offers different amusement modes, counting deathmatch, group deathmatch, capture the hail, and control focuses. Players can take part in competitions and gain rewards. Players can update their vehicles with modern weapons, armor, and contraptions by gaining in-game money or by acquiring them with genuine cash. The Diversion 2 highlights a positioning framework that permits players to compete with each other and climb up the leaderboard.
Turning back, I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be
Pico Tanks Multiplayer Mayhem may be a mobile game developed by Panda Arcade. It may be a real-time multiplayer diversion where players control scaled-down tanks and fight against each other in different diversion modes. The diversion highlights an assortment of tanks with diverse weapons and capacities which players can customize and update. The amusement offers distinctive modes such as Deathmatch, Capture the Hail, and Mastery, where players can group up with companions or connect to irregular coordinate to battle against other players from around the world. The game's design are colorful and locks in, and the controls are basic and instinctive. Pico Tanks Multiplayer Commotion, moreover, offers a movement framework where players can earn rewards by completing destinations and unlocking new tanks and updates. By and large, it may be a fun and addictive amusement that gives energizing multiplayer fights and customization choices for tank devotos. Race! Rocket Arena Car Extreme could be a fast-paced multiplayer vehicular combat amusement created and distributed by Gamepires. The amusement highlights high-speed cars prepared with rockets and other weapons that players utilize to fight each other in an assortment of distinctive diversion modes. Players can customize their vehicles with diverse skins, colors, and overhauls to move forward their execution on the front line. The amusement too highlights a single-player campaign mode where players can total different challenges and open unused vehicles and updates. Race! Rocket Arena Car Extreme has gotten by in large positive audits from players and pundits for its fast-paced gameplay, changed amusement modes, and customization alternatives. The diversion is accessible on Steam and other PC gaming states.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared.
be a cutting-edge dashing diversion created by Swedish diversion studio Pixelbyte. The diversion was at first discharged for portable gadgets in 2013, and afterward for PC through the Steam stage in 2014. In Repulse, players control anti-gravity vehicles and race through an assortment of high-speed tracks set in a sci-fi world. The amusement highlights fast-paced gameplay, an assortment of vehicles to select from, and the extent of distinctive diversion mods counting time trials and head-to-head races. One of the standout highlights of Repulse is its utilize of a special control framework called Touch Drive, which permits players to control their vehicles with basic swipe motions on the screen. This control framework makes a difference to form the amusement more available for players of all skill, giving a tall level of challenge for those sticking out for a more strongly involved.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Just give me up.
So, that's the best top 8 vehicular combat games with car battles with guns, rockets, and of course with cool graphics. Of course, it will give a special impression playing it, especially making the playing experience even more exciting because it is supported by a stunning graphic display that is pleasing to the eye. Thank you for watching this video. I hope our recommendations can be useful and see you in the next video.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe